Well, hello again, everybody. So I've got a new video for you on the Elite 50S. And as these bikes age, one of the things I like to do is if I find some new old stock parts to replace parts that are broken, I like to find them and replace them just to try to keep the bike up and make improvements on it. So one of the things I recently found was this. So this is a new old stock piece of plastic, and it is the housing that goes around the taillight. So mine is completely broken, and you'll see when I go to remove it. But I always get excited when I see stuff like this because it's improving the bike. It's making the bike actually new again, I guess is the way I look at it. A couple of things I recently did were on this bike. Put a new carburetor, new old stock, and put a new airbox on it. And I consider this bike to be in better shape now than when it was 2 years ago when I bought it. So I try to improve on it, and as well as keep it up better than the last owner did for sure. So this bike, I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and replace this plastic. I also want to try out this quick glow, and I used this on the chrome for my BMX bike, and it took care of all the spots and age marks, and it cleaned the chrome up real well. So I'm going to go ahead and try this product on my chrome that is on the back of the bike, and let's see how it works out. So I'm going to go ahead and take this basket off first, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I removed the basket, opened up the seat, and next I'll go ahead and I'll take these off, and you can see in there how I've got like rust that's on the rack. I'm hoping that stuff will clean it up nice. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these two nuts, take these tabs here out, and then go down here, and I got a couple there that I have to be removed, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and I removed a couple bolts there, a couple of those plastic push pins there, then right here I got a couple of nuts, and then right there I had a couple screws. So after I removed all those, there's so many times on the bikes that you're going to have to remove either nuts or bolts that are going to be metric anywhere from 8 to 14 millimeters. More often 8 to 12 actually. This is such a great set to add to your arsenal for your tools. I use this so much. Probably one of the most often tools used come off of this little thing here. So highly recommend if you have a Japanese bike with all kinds of metric nuts and bolts on it that you buy that for your drill. Just makes life so much easier. So we're going to go ahead and give this stuff a shot. This quick glow, and you can see we got all kinds of little pitting. I figured if I can get it all cleaned up, we'll give it a shot and see how it does. So just take it, use a rag, wipe it on there, and let's see if it does any magic for us. Just to show you, I am not being liberal with it. I am using also a brass brush, and I am going over the whole thing. And by the way, where I got the idea for this, I actually saw it on one of the Jay Leno specials on YouTube, and he was using this same stuff to clean the chrome. So I figured I'd give it a shot. It worked great on the bike, and so far it seems to be doing a pretty good job on this. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe up my mess and then see how it came out. Alright, move over that rag there, and I just got done drying it off, and it looks a lot better. I'm just as impressed with this as I was when I did it on my bike. You can see how it got rid of all those old rust spots on it, and it looks great. Turn it up on this side, and it just, you can see all the rust is all gone. Did a fantastic job. Highly recommend that stuff. So now when you go to put it on, it's all cleaned up. Well, at least as good as you can look for something that was probably abused most of its life, and then be able to just put a little bit of that quick glow polish on there, and seems to have taken right there, especially in the last part of the video. You could see how that was all full of rust. So just as long as you use a brass brush, you're not going to damage it, because brass is softer than this. And you can see it was easy just to go over like you're brushing your teeth, and looks good. Alright, and again you can see the piece here, how it's all busted up. Somebody tried to fix it at one point. But now that we have those bolts and screws off, you got an orange and a green wire and a ground wire. So I'll go ahead and take those off, and then I'll be able to take the taillight off and put it onto the new piece of plastic. And after that, we'll go ahead and reattach this, and like I showed you before, that thing came out fantastic. So that'll be nice to put back on. Okay, so you can see the old next to the new, and we'll have to take off. There's a bolt right here on each side, and then there's also a nut right here that holds the reflector in. And this is kind of comical. They try to use some kind of adhesive to keep it together, or epoxy. It didn't work out real well for them though, did it? So I'll go ahead and take these two things off and put them on the new one. Alright, so I got the reflector installed, the taillight with those two bolts, and then the one nut on the inside. And I've reconnected the orange with the orange and the green with the green, and then my ground wire, and I'm ready to install it. Looks so much better not being all busted up. Alright, so I went ahead and put those two screws on. And now, kind of for the big reveal here. See how much better that looks. And I think it looks a lot better. You know, a lot of folks will paint this because they get frustrated with the little bit of rust on it, but if you take your time and use that cleaner, you can make it look like $1 million. So, alright, I'll go ahead and put the rest of the bolts on and nuts, and we should be good to go. Alright, we got it all buttoned up, everything put back on again. Chrome looks great, plastics look great, and yeah, this is ready for the circular file. Love that repair job that they tried to do. Who knows how old that is. But another thing out of the way, and looks much better than when we started. So these scooters, they just need a little bit of love, and today the Elite 50 got some love. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and if you have any comments, good or bad, I love hearing them all. And that'll do it for this video. See you next time.